another podcast. With me, Hada.
AnaDer here.
Alright, so at the end of the part 1 of our marriage episode,
Yes.
we discussed about how different we are.
Very.
We went through very different journey.
I really love all our differences so far.
Yeah, so I mean it's good because we can see from different perspective, right? And one of the things that I pick up is actually I'm not sure if you pick up. I actually mentioned that I got married at 30 plus.
Yeah.
And so was my wife because she was 30, I think. And you married quite young.
24.
24. Right?
Really young.
24 is okay lah actually.
No, actually, if you compare it to the current, it's really very young.
Yeah. So what do you think? Do you think what are the challenges that pose when you got married young?
Oh, I lost a lot of friends.
Oh.
A lot. Even close cousins, I lost them because they start seeing that, oh, she's married, let's not disturb her.
Okay. Yeah.
And I mean, fortunately or unfortunately, I got pregnant, so the pregnancy hits, right? So I lost a lot of friends. They were still traveling the world. They were still climbing the corporate ladder.
Yeah.
They were still going after their career.
Different trajectories of life.
I was the only one who is now playing house with my husband.
Yeah.
And trying to start a family. So
Okay.
the dynamics, it was difficult. To be honest, it
Dynamics.
was dynamics.
Yeah.
It was very difficult lah. To be honest, it was very difficult. Seeing the shift, how people just like, they don't even bother to come and ask me. Like they just assume that, oh, she's married, just let her be. Yeah.
This one deserves a bit of
No, that's all. Please don't make me cry, bro. That's all, yeah.
Okay.
What took you so long?
What took me so long?
Because you're 13 years already, what?
Because we are also very career minded lah. We wanted to pursue our own things. She got she was working very young, and she is very career minded, and she wants to continue to be hustling.
I can see that in her. She's
She's a
hustler kind of one.
Yeah,
I can see.
And for me, I went back to school, so I need time as well to save up for the wedding and for the marriage, to be ready and all that. So I went back to school, I came back, I worked and all that. So this is the thing, it's just life lah.
Yeah.
So we realized that we weren't ready yet to settle down at that point of time, and then until we reach our 30s, then that's why we said, okay lah, let's settle down lah. And even then we say, 1 year honeymoon and all that.
Yeah.
Do any changes? I think, okay, obviously there's pros and cons, right? To get married early, like what you said, you lose friends who are like me, for example.
Yeah, correct.
My profile, right? So, so then, okay, so sorry, I just asked you a question first. Do you actually create new, what do you call that, groups of friends?
No, I didn't. I was the only one that's playing house.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you didn't like maybe mix around with those a bit older than you who is going through
the thing was, I'm the oldest.
Okay.
So I only have like a certain limited friends, and like I mentioned cousins, I'm also among the oldest ones.
Right.
And so it was a very lonely first few years. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I pity you. I sympathize with you. No. I mean, she's holding it, right? She's holding back.
Yeah.
She's not going all out. But I can see her pain in this, right? Because the thing is, when you see, I mean, you will be questioning your decision because you'll be thinking, did I do the right thing right now?
Yeah.
Everybody is still, climbing corporate ladder, like what you said. Everybody's hustling and all that, and here I am, having a baby, having another one. So I'm sure that also is causing your mind to doubt yourself. Did I do the right thing? But
then
I
lost income too. After the second one, then we decided to, my husband said, okay, you got to take care of the kids because we don't have anyone to care for. And our pay is not enough to get a helper and all that kind of thing. So I felt the pinch of like, I cannot just anyhow go and spend. At a very young age.
At a very young age. And also, I mean, the thing is, there's pros and cons. Actually, I mean, if you have spoken to me back then, I'll tell you what's so good about it. And then maybe you feel better. But we weren't very close. It's only like recently or somewhere in between, you message me here and there, right? Because there's pros and cons. Sometimes we who got married late, we regret also some things. Like we were thinking, okay, if we're gonna have a second one, I'm almost 40 already. Right? And then like when my kid is like 18, 19, I'm already almost 60. And how am I going to I want to go.
Will you get to see him get married? That kind of questions.
Yeah, that's the thing also, right? I mean, we don't know how our lifespan is. And also, I mean, death is we can't say.
It's subjective. That one,
but
it
it's
just
more
happens.
on health and can I keep up with him? Do I want to see him playing football and join in and all that and coach him? I might be a bit too old for that if I have a boy lah. And for my daughter, that's the concern. I mean, that's my number one concern actually. So, but this is inspiration for you. I saw a video of this dad with her daughter, and the dad is on the heavier side. He's fat lah, basically, right? And then the quote was, if you don't want to do it for yourself, do it for your daughter. Fella lose weight, looking good, playing sports with the kids and all that. I mean, it's an inspiration for me because I know that I need to take care of myself so that I can be there with my daughter as she grow up. So these are the things that we are worrying about. For you, you don't need to worry already.
That's
your
why
kids are already grown up already.
I want to touch on that, right? The loneliness that I felt back then and all that. Now that I haven't even 40, but my kids are teenagers. And we are chilling like buddies.
So that's the.
We do not have a mother-son relationship. We have a bro relationship. I literally call him bro. He will bro me back respectfully. And I allow that because that's where we gel. Like we do TikTok live together, and then he will come back and tell me stories about the girlfriend lah, that lah, this girl, that boy, this kind of thing. Even the second one and the third one. Okay, so they are preteens.
And the third one is hiding lah.
The third one is always hiding. Okay.
He hides his girlfriend as well. Really?
Then he will show me his chat. Got one girl, I have a crush on you, because he has very nice eyes. Remember I told you that story where I tekenan that hero, right?
Yes.
So he has that very beautiful eyes where the girls will be like, and it's always
the
Chinese.
Dreamy eyes.
It's always Chinese girls that will go after him. So he will like, this kind of thing. So right now, right, when I look at those people who are climbing the corporate ladder, I can go to them and say, nah, because I feel like now I can start my life at 40. That term where they say life starts at 40, it's applicable to me right now. So now I can go out, I can do podcasting, I can do with the maturity and understanding that I can make this a success.
And also you don't have to worry because your kids are all grown up and you still, you look young, right? For us, when our kids are grown up, we cannot be that buddy with them because we will probably be too tired also. I mean, of course, you need to take care of yourself. Look at Shah Rukh Khan. But so that's the thing lah. So there's pros and cons to any of this. And this is the thing that's beautiful about life, right? Every decision you make is correct. So don't listen to others. Do it for yourself, right? Your life is your journey. So it's different for you and different for me. Yeah.
Total different ends.
So talking about our differences, I mean, we both married someone that we dated. What's your thoughts on matchmaking actually?
I have a story for that.
You were actually
But no, it's not me. It's my husband.
Your husband?
Okay, so he dated someone, okay? Ironically, both of us dated someone for 4 years before we met each other. And we broke up on the same month. Okay? Without knowing each other. And then he kind of like, give up lah. Then he told his mom, whoever you find, I'll marry. So the mom went on a mission. The mom is like, this lady, that lady, this kind of lady. So he shared with me some stories lah. He said that there was one lady that they were matchmake with. So he went over to meet that lady lah. What they call it? Pona pakaran or something lah. Go and see the pona and all that. They rejected him because he doesn't have a degree. They rejected him, So he was like a bit heartbroken, already heartbroken, break up with the girlfriend. And then when he saw me, and I was like, this one like can vibe like that. He can like the head like same frequency. And I'm a total opposite for him. He's very introvert. I'm very extrovert. So I bring out the extrovert in him. So he was very, very good and all that. So he told his mother, I found someone. You don't need to find for me. But he was open to it, and I was surprised, actually.
Is it?
And now those girls that he was matchmake to, they follow me on Instagram. Hi.
Thank you for supporting us. If you're watching just another podcast. I mean, if you ask me that question, right, I would be open to it as well.
For you?
Depends lah. Depends on your stage of your life lah. Right. So I mean, for me, right, I mean, we dated since we are like fresh out of school, so it's very difficult for me to kind of relate.
I don't think you ever had an ex, a proper ex. Like it's always been her.
It's her. The rest are just dating. I never got into a relationship with others. So. What do you call that? If I imagine, then it depends, right? Which stage I am at of my life lah. So I would be open to it if I was like, let's say, if things didn't work out with Vanessa at some point of time, I'll just tell my wife, my mom, just
find you someone. I think I won't. I'll be remain single all the way. I
mean, if you're dating, then you see, okay lah, boring lah, all this kind of thing.
I just be single lah.
Is it?
I wouldn't go for the matchmaking. I don't like surprises. Isn't matchmaking a surprise? You don't know what's coming.
Yeah, but okay. So, I mean, if you look at things from religious standpoint. You know, you need to start a family. And all this, right? So at some point
it's
of time,
half of your deen, what?
yeah, exactly. And also companionship. You want a companion. You want to share that with someone. So matchmaking has its pros, right? You will find someone who's similar. They will find all this.
Similar status,
they have the criteria.
similar education.
Yeah, so I can see the beauty in it. That's why you say I'm too positive. But I can see the beauty in this, right? Because at that point of time in my life, let's say I got no one, dated everyone also, none of them vibe with me. Then find someone who's like equal, I mean, similar status and all this, similar background and all that. And they find someone nice for me to start a family with, have a companion and all that. But yes, I get it. It's still a stranger at the end of the day. And then you discover each other. Then take it as like dating phase.
Yeah lah.
So
after marriage.
Shift of mindset lah.
Whether you like it or not, you're stuck there.
But
Devil's advocate here lah.
okay.
Yeah.
So wait, are you saying this because you're seeing or you're hearing people who has been matchmaking?
I do see that trend. That's the thing, and I feel like then you should have known the person first before you jump both feet in. Okay. Maybe take some time. Okay, yeah, you're matchmate, but date halal way lah. You know, bring your sibling along. Like get to know the other party properly. Have the conversations that you are supposed to have.
Yeah.
Because when you're dating, you had like 13 years.
Yeah.
Okay, for me, even though it was 2 weeks, 6 months, I put it a point where I asked the important questions. Like whatever, like the finances, where we're going to stay, all this kind of thing. Look, before that first guy, I even asked like in future, like where we're going to stay, even though we haven't even talked about marriage. The moment I knew, I'm like, okay, thanks, bye. Because I knew what I wanted. So for matchmaking, shouldn't they have done that? Like do the background check, like how our very famous lawyer that went viral recently. Mentioning about
he mentioned about the education level, right? Make sure you marry someone who so basically he made a shout out to the females.
Yes.
Right? If you want to select a partner, make sure you select someone who's not an IT dropout, quote unquote. He said this, not someone who didn't pass O levels and all this, because the profile of the girls that he is addressing to are graduates lah, right? Degree graduates. So you should select someone who's equal to you in terms of education, because if you select someone like this, then he's someone that doesn't grind, doesn't know how to work hard, because even school also he drop out, he doesn't work hard. What else to work hard for you? Is obviously a generic statement that he's making. A lot of people were upset about it because that's not true. It doesn't mean you don't have an education, that you cannot be a good dean or the leader of the family, right? So a lot of people were whacking him.
Okay, in his defense, he must have seen hundreds and thousands of divorce cases. He must have seen that pattern. He must have seen the way like it ends always with this reason. He must have seen that. So that is how he wants. Maybe the way he put it out is rude. Maybe. But it could be that he had enough of it. Can you imagine being a divorce lawyer and every single phone call is about this? You will get frustrated, right? And then you see your community. He wants to help the community. But the community keep doing the same mistake again and again. I tell you nicely, you won't listen. Now I whack you lah. Maybe that is his approach, even though it's wrong. But I can sense the frustration when he wrote it out. Something must have snapped in him that for him to do that. What? But then, okay, now earlier I mentioned that when my husband was matchmade to that lady, they said don't marry him because he doesn't have a cert. Right? But now look at me, my husband is the one who made sure I am a degree graduate. He isn't. He only has a diploma cert. But he makes sure my wife wants a degree. My wife gets a degree. He supported the 3 kids while I was pregnant, vomiting at one side while studying. He's the one who helped to clean and all that. So I married lower, in a sense. I am more, how to say, I do chase.
Married down, not lower. They always call it married down, married up.
Married down, right? But look at the angel that I have.
I don't think you married down or lower, because I think you married up, right? I mean, he supports you, and that's the best thing.
I'm talking about cert.
I mean, that's the best kind of profile, right? Because a lot of women wants that, actually. They want a guy who supports them in whatever they want to do. But we have so many women right now that want to be career-minded and all this. And these are the profiles of men that can, I mean, he's a profile of a man that can do that, right? He does that for you. So, I mean, I think you're lucky in that way, you know, because not many people are lucky enough, right? Sometimes they may see such profiles at the start, promising. You can see, okay lah, this guy don't have cert, he works hard and all this. Turns out, as you know, once you get married, then you see, like what you say, like the honeymoon phase all over already. You see everything else. Then you realize, oh, okay. Sometimes it could be 2 ways. Okay, I'll touch on the guy part. Then you realize, oh, I want him to, get more further education, for the better himself. But you can't expect that actually, because you married this guy like this.
Yeah.
Maybe
he is who he is.
Yeah, maybe out of to date you, he has said something like this before lah. Take it with a pinch of salt. I mean, you have to, because he's dating you. You obviously want to, but you cannot expect that. You cannot expect one to change. So this is how it is. You see the good in him. He's probably a good father. I mean, a good son. So you see a lot of good qualities, good in his religion and all that. You see he's a kind man and all this, hardworking. But you can't expect him to continue his studies because there's something that he may not like.
Yeah.
Right? So even though he tell you, oh yeah, Ken, we'll think about it. Take it with a pinch of salt.
Yeah.
Right? And I think that's usually what happens. Right? When they felt disappointed that things didn't pan out the way, or they make comparison. Right? Okay, how come this guy is this girl's husband is like that?
Yeah.
He also same as you, your classmates are more.
Yeah.
Your friends are more. He better himself, now he got a degree, you don't have. Sometimes they make this kind of comparison.
Yeah.
So there's so many things in play. Maybe you want to give a bit more of your thoughts on that.
Alright, so hate me for it. I agree with Rudy Marikan to a certain point.
Yeah.
Okay? Because let's look at it there are many, many examples out there. No need to just go and listen to what he say.
Yeah.
There is one right now, right in front of me, there's this child who I suspect, because I'm trained. I'm trained to identify dyslexic kids, autistic kids. I am trained. I took a degree in psychology, and at the same time teaching, right? We can identify these kids. So I knew this kid has a problem and he needs intervention. A very young kid, So the mom, educated, knew that the son needs intervention, but the spouse said no.
Okay.
No need. And the spouse is not very educated.
I see.
The spouse just say this is God's work. My child will grow up. He will be fine. He's only 4. Like degrading the situation, when clearly those who can diagnose and identify, like the mom itself knew that my child need help. But because he couldn't get the support from the spouse who don't understand what is happening, now the child is how? Suffering, right? Literally suffering. Whenever there's a birthday party, she will make sure she doesn't send the child, because the child will create a fuss when he sees candles and cakes and all that. So don't send to school. Poor thing, right?
Yeah.
You get it?
Yeah. No, I definitely get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you say it that way, you agree in a way that Rudy is right, what?
There's something right about what he said.
Yeah.
But a lot of the things were wrong also.
Yeah.
Like
let's not discount that.
His delivery and all that. And just making a sweeping statement that,
he just broad-brush everything.
Broad-brush everything. That one's not educated, then you shouldn't get married to them because you are educated. I try to be positive and see what is the underlying message.
Yeah.
Like he's trying to say that, can he, maybe he's not trying to say that, but let's look at it in a positive way.
Yeah.
Like, like what you said, can the partner understand you in that level? Right? In this case, for example.
Yeah.
Can you...
There is clearly a child losing out,
Exactly.
Yeah.
In matters of the household, including the child.
Yeah.
So it is a decision that you make when choosing a partner. Right? But again, it's also down to that person again, right? Like, for example, if you say your husband, how would he react? He'll be more open to it, I would expect, right? Because the way the profile is, right, at the end of the day, as partners, you need to trust your partner also.
How you influence the other one.
You need to listen to them also. Right? You need to understand that, okay, they might be right in this thing also. So, I get that the guy was using religion and saying that, of course, everything is kada and kada.
We agree
with that also.
We just take that out first.
I agree with that as well. I completely agree with him. But also at the same time, you need to early intervention, do something lah.
Exactly.
Try your best to make the kid's life better, right? And because early intervention is not means like you're acknowledging this kid has issues and all that. You are making an effort to make sure that his life will be better.
Better later, yeah.
So it's like what you said, is the understanding here. But if you look at it, right, if he really trusts his wife and listen to the wife or respect the wife's intelligence and knowledge, right, he will be open to listening to it, right? But he took the stand with his decision. It is what it is lah. He's not completely wrong, but like what I said, no, don't just look at religion. Look at what else you can do.
Yeah.
Even the religion say, you must usaha, you must work hard for something, and then pray for the best, right? But
if they were equally educated, the child would have like chop done what?
Not necessarily also again, right?
Yeah.
Maybe I understand you.
Yeah.
But I cannot accept my kid having
an issue. Yeah.
They are like that.
Yeah, they are. I've
like
seen.
that.
Yeah.
Because I'm educated.
Yeah.
So how come you are educated? How come our kid like this?
Yeah.
There are people who are like that.
Yeah.
So ultimately, is the
denial
individual,
is
their own mindset, and also how they complement their partner. Kan? I mean, if you don't listen to your partner, then what's the point? It's a marriage at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Each of you bring something to the table. So you cannot discount whatever they say. Yeah. I think ultimately it's down to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, maybe there's more percentage or rather a probability when you are of the same education level. If that's where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Because it's easier to understand. But yeah, ultimately it's how you are as a person also. That's my 2 cents.
All right.
Maybe it's 20 cents.
Maybe it's 40 cents.
She's becoming me, Okay.
Influence.
Okay, so obviously we talk about choosing partners of that certain profile.
Matchmaking and all that.
Matchmake and all that, and you can't see matchmake being worked out. Rather, you said, like that. I won't get married.
Yeah.
I won't get married. So how do you know he's the one actually?
How do I know?
Yeah, because if you say, one wasn't matchmaking, so you fall in love.
Yes.
Is that how you know?
Maybe, okay, there were some criteria because I was in a relationship I mentioned earlier for 4 years with somebody else, right?
Yeah.
It was, it sets a benchmark where I knew that this is the lowest that I want. If I'm going to find someone, it has to be better than this.
Okay.
So I already have some criteria. You got to meet that checklist.
Okay.
Of course, negotiable lah. Okay, I can still close one eye, close 2 eyes here and that kind of thing. But I already have a benchmark there where like for example, simple thing like I want someone who respects their mom, treat their mom like a queen. I wanted that, and I saw. He goes marketing for the mom, take care of everything. But it's not what they call it. It's not like mother control, mother's pet kind of method. No, it's just he is responsible. And when I look into the family, he has 3 brothers. All 3 treat their mom like a queen. So you can see this one is upbringing what?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's very clearly upbringing. If you can treat your mom like that with boundaries, that means if I were to come in, I would be getting the same treatment from him.
Yeah.
Right? Then the next thing is obviously, we don't look at pay. For me, I'm not into the status and the certificate and all that. I don't look at that. I look at family because I'm a family person. So all those were the check marks that I wanted to tick. And then somehow inside, I knew that no matter what, he would fight for me.
Yeah.
So I knew inside that he's the one. That checklist lah.
Yeah.
But some of them will be saying, oh, your checklist is too long. Oh, your checklist is too rigid. I'm sure many singletons here who are listening will know this. They will get like, oh, I'm just going to stand by my checklist. Actually, they should. But be negotiable.
Yeah.
And how do I put it in like a
non-business like.
Yeah, like not a transaction kind of thing. Like marriage is maybe a transaction, but like he meets the checklist lah, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, you have a benchmark.
I mean, it ticks a lot of boxes lah, basically.
You just have a benchmark. Just make sure that it's someone better than that. Simple as that. So when he came along and all this, especially the way he treat his mom is the number one thing that appeals.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't know why he chose me. I'm my own mental person.
Okay, since there's a few things because you didn't ask me the question.
I'm going to ask you.
Oh, you're going to ask me?
Yes, I want to know. 13 years, amazing.
Okay, it's not all rainbows and waterfalls.
Yeah.
It's compromise that moves us along.
Yeah.
Maroon 5. But the thing is, actually, we went through a lot, actually. The thing is, initially, my mom didn't quite like her.
Oh.
Yeah. My mom thought she's very modern, sexy and all this, right? So she had doubts about Anissa. Like, I wouldn't say not like her. Like, she likes her, but it's
just some requisites that they had for their son.
She was thinking like, for the son.
Yeah.
And obviously she adores
their own
me.
internal bias lah.
Exactly. Right. And at that point of time, it was quite early in our relationship, and I told her that, let me try to work things out with my mom first lah. And this is what I need to focus on.
So you had a lot of convincing to do.
So in a way, it's like can be perceived as I chose my mom over her.
Oh.
Right? Because I said that, okay, I mean, she needs to like you. If not, we will have issues.
Yeah, correct.
right? And the thing about Anissa is, I mean, you may say that I am positive. She's even more positive than me, right? So when her parents asked her, her parents was the positive one. Her dad actually told her that because she was asking, like she was sad and all that, saying that this guy, go, listen to the mom and all this, right? And then the dad said, "This is the kind of guy that you want. You want a guy who is able to take care of his own family. Right now, that is his family.
Yes.
You have not gotten married to him yet, so he will protect you when the time comes when you become his wife."
Yep.
So
on point.
Yeah. So the dad was wise and then we got back together.
Nice.
And eventually, my mom loved her more than probably me, I think.
It happens.
Yeah, because she takes care of everything.
Yeah.
From her medicine and all this, her appointments and all this. So she is like a daughter to my mom, and she's very nice. She never raises her voice. I am human.
I bet you they know more things and more gossip than you, and then you'll be the one like, how come you know?
No, they will tell her usually, like things like any outings or anything. They will tell her. They no longer tell me.
My husband will come to me to ask me about his family things.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so what story? So he would love to ask that because he know that his mother will spill everything to me.
Yeah.
Like the mother-daughter kind of
correct.
conversation.
So that's the thing. I mean, even my sisters actually, they love her.
Yeah.
Right? So
I love her. She's a nice person. Right.
Thank you so much. So she's like the rock, right?
Yeah.
And I knew it from day one. It's just that at that point of time, I know that continuing this will not be good because my mom's unhappy.
Yeah.
Let her cool down first.
You need your parents' blessings.
And we got their blessing eventually.
Yeah.
We got back together. In fact, it wasn't really a breakup and it wasn't really a patch up. A bit of a story time. Do we have time? We have time.
Okay.
So let me just quickly share what happened, right? So during that period of time where we took a break from each other, I actually met with an accident. Yeah.
Okay.
So it was quite a serious accident. I broke my neck.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I still have the fusion right now. Anyway, the story of the accident is a long story.
Okay.
I'll cover that in another topic.
Yeah.
But what I want to say is she was the first to arrive, and then when my mom saw her
taking care of you,
taking care of me and being there for me while I was recuperating, that's when she believed lah.
Yeah.
Okay, this girl.
Action actually speaks louder than words.
Yeah, and it was really what do you call it? Superficial things, right?
Yeah.
Like she see her,
Isn't like Cita Hindustan a bit also?
It is lah.
Right, like one Bollywood movie.
I mean, I actually planned that thing. Like, it's my screenplay.
Hey! Oh my god, who wasn't neck to break, bro?
Yeah, I broke I even spit food for entertainment. What you talking about?
Yeah, you need to tune in for that. I was shocked when he did that. So committed.
Yeah. No. I mean, I wish knew she was the one. Sometimes you just know lah. Even though you see, this thing I don't like, but you think that this is someone I can fight together with.
Yeah.
Right. We can work things out together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else that you want to say to summarize this?
I think we are good.
Yep.
So the takeaway is for those who are looking for someone, work hard, find someone. Jodoh is a mystery actually. We won't know when it will come knocking.
Yeah.
I can dare say that I didn't know he's going to come knocking at my door. Did you guess like Anissa is going to appear and take care of you and go through all this kind of thing?
She didn't come knocking on the door. She climbed through the window. That's our own secret.
Another story?
No.
Another
It's
episode?
a joke. Yeah.
So I suffered through relationship, and Jodoh is really, really, I mean, Jodoh means what? Relationship, marriage, all this is a mystery.
Yeah.
So make lots of du'as, those who are trying, because our age group, those who listen to us are in the 30s, late 20s. I do get DMs and all that. Make lots of du'as, and one day when you do get married, send us an invitation card.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could be there, or maybe we can MC your event.
Yeah. We have an MC stint coming up. We will be recording videos of it and showing it on our socials.
Yeah, we do very good Bhangra. We do very good Bollywood. If you want to go that way, you know who to find.
Yep.
Yeah, and if you haven't followed us on our socials, please follow JustAnaDer on TikTok and Instagram.
Yep. And my own personal Instagram, Haider_Mir MIR.
And Anazia_. See you guys in the next episode.
This song fits this topic actually.
Yes.